I know for a fact what the matchup of Super Bowl 55 is going to be. It is going to be Russell Wilson, number 2, Kyler Murray, up against Patrick Mahomes, with Kyler Murray ending a 74-year championship drought for the Arizona Cardinals. It was the 1947 Chicago Cardinals that won the NFL championship. 74 years later, with Larry Fitzgerald, the greatest wide receiver ever, the Arizona Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl in the year 2021. In gematria, it is Larry that equals 74. It is Messiah that equals 74. The Arizona Cardinals are going to end a 74-year title drought against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. It is Mahomes that equals 74. It is Masonic that equals 74. The significance of that was that the last time the Arizona Cardinals won the championship occurred when they were the Chicago Cardinals. CC together forms a 33. 2019 is going to be the Cardinals' 32nd season in Arizona. 2020, they are going to win the Super Bowl for the greatest wide receiver ever, Larry Fitzgerald. 2020 is going to be the Cardinals' 33rd season. 33 has everything to do with Chicago Cardinals in 33. Also, it would be C versus C. Cardinals versus Chiefs. 2 rising young quarterbacks in the game in changing American demographics. Patrick Mahomes and Kyler Murray are going to be in the Super Bowl. It's going to be the Cardinals that are going to win over the Chiefs. The main storylines of that Super Bowl. You have Kyler Murray, who went to college initially over at Texas Tech. Kyler Murray, actually, he began at Texas A&M, I would like to say. He went to school at Texas. Kliff Kingsbury was the offensive coordinator over at Texas Tech. The significance of Kliff Kingsbury was at number 1. They're already making the comparisons with Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes. They're doing this already. Now, the reason why this article was released on May the 30th on NFL.com was that is a date numerology of 54. That date, May the 30th in 2020, is a date numerology of 55. That is the year of Super Bowl 55. Patrick Mahomes knows first and foremost what Kliff Kingsbury is like as an offensive coordinator, because Kliff Kingsbury was his coach over at Texas A&M. Kliff Kingsbury is going to mold the number 1 overall pick, and he is going to beat the former quarterback that he coached under in the Super Bowl. This is the main storyline of Super Bowl 55. Well, actually, other than Larry Fitzgerald heading back home to Tampa to win the Super Bowl, because Super Bowl 55 is over at Tampa Bay. If you're familiar with Super Bowl 43, the Arizona Cardinals lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers over at Tampa Bay, Florida. In the Cardinals' 33rd season, they are going to win with the quarterback from Texas Tech, from Texas A&M, Kyler Murray. It's Sooners that has gematria of 33 and 105. Oklahoma Sooners, notice how it is Texas Tech that equals 33. Patrick Mahomes equals 33. He's going to be facing off against the Cardinals in their 33rd season in Arizona. By the numbers, through the Masonic occult, through gematria, it is Masonry that has gematria of 33. It is Glendale, Arizona, that is located 33rd degrees latitude coordinate, I think it is. It's Glendale that has gematria 33 as well. That's where the Cardinals play their home games at. Glendale. Likewise, we're not only talking about Patrick Mahomes, we are talking about Patrick Peterson as well. The star cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals. His birthday, July the 11th of 1990. July the 11th of the year 20 is a birthday numerology of 38. Notice how the Super Bowl is going to be played at Florida. It's Florida that equals 65 and 38. It's Chandler Jones. Chandler equals 65 and 38. Kansas City. It's Kansas that equals 65. But notice something also. That the Arizona Cardinals would go 11 full seasons without winning the Super Bowl since their last appearance. That is the numerology of Larry Fitzgerald, number 11. Kicking off the Super Bowls, starting in 2010. This is 3, this is 5, this is 8, 9, 10, and 11. 11 full Super Bowls would pass before Larry Fitzgerald wins the Super Bowl for the Arizona Cardinals. They have scripted Super Bowls for quarterbacks in the past. They will do so for Larry Fitzgerald, the greatest wide receiver ever, and then Hall of Fame cornerback Patrick Peterson, former Patriot Chandler Jones. It's Kansas that also equals 11. Now, going back to Patrick Peterson, it's the city of Tampa Bay. It is Patrick Peterson that equals 190 and 73. I want you to notice that Patrick Peterson is a native of Florida. We have Patrick Mahomes. We have Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson is a Florida native. This has a lot of significance in a really big way. It is Super Bowl 55. That is the 51st Super Bowl of the modern era. Patrick Mahomes won MVP. He wears number 15. MVP equals 51. It's Tampa that equals 51. It is the Cardinals that equals 51. I want you to notice that the Super Bowl is at Tampa Bay. It's Tampa Bay that equals 79. It is the Kansas City Chiefs that equals 79. I want you to notice something too. So we have Kliff Kingsbury. He used to be coach at Texas Tech. He was offensive coordinator with Patrick Mahomes. This is a really big part of the storyline here. Terrell Suggs, a Super Bowl winner for the Baltimore Ravens. So was Chandler Jones. He was a Super Bowl winner. Notice how I covered these topics in the Big Red Curtain video. The Cardinals are going to go back to the 3-4 defense. They had one of the best defenses through the 2010s, throughout that decade. It's championship. It's Big Red Curtain. It's Cardinals Chiefs. That equals 131 and 68. Coach Andy Reid has same gematria of Florida. Definitely the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl in these coming years. How about star wide receiver Tyreek Hill of Kansas City? Tyreek. Arizona equals 84 in gematria. Very significant storylines to note for this upcoming Super Bowl. Without a shadow of a doubt, C versus C, Cardinals versus Chiefs equaling 11. No doubt about it. All these riddles have clear connections. And when you do the gematria of Kingsbury, Coach Kingsbury, 66, title equals 66. It's Chiefs. That's got gematria of 50 and 32. Arizona would have 32 prior seasons in the desert before this upcoming season. Very significant in a really big way for next year. The Kansas City Chiefs has gematria of 97. Larry Fitzgerald Jr. Larry Darnell Fitzgerald Jr. has gematria of 97. The Cardinals were 9-7 the year that they reached the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is under his wing right now. This guy went to Texas. This guy's a Texas native. So not only is Patrick Mahomes a Texas native, Kyler Murray was also from Texas as well. Bedford, Texas. Oklahoma was where he went to school at. 31 prior seasons in the desert before Kyler Murray's rookie year. Murray's got gematria 33 once again. Patrick equals 33. Mahomes, gematria means that the Cardinals are going to win the championship. 74 years later, they would go 73 full seasons without winning the championship. I want you to notice, too, that it is Texas that has gematria 15. And that connects to Tampa. It connects to, let me scroll down here, MVP. Kyler Murray won't win MVP, in my opinion, for the year that the Cardinals win the Super Bowl, but it does connect to Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's won an MVP. We're waiting for him to make it to the Super Bowl. Now, when did the Kansas City Chiefs last make it to the Super Bowl? That's a really big question. The Kansas City Chiefs last made the Super Bowl on the 11th day. Notice how Larry Fitzgerald wears number 11. Notice how 9, 10, 17, 1, 1, 1 adds up to 20. The year 20. Arizona is going to win the Super Bowl in the season that begins in the year 20. Their last Super Bowl occurred when they beat the Minnesota Vikings. You know, Larry Fitzgerald was the Vikings ball boy, yada, yada, yada. Definitely a big tribute with Minnesota in this Super Bowl. It's Minnesota that also has gematria 38. And notice how I already predicted the Chiefs to win Super Bowl 57. They lose the Super Bowl to Arizona, then that connects with Super Bowl 57 in a really big way. But very clearly, it's going to be Kyler Murray winning the Super Bowl over fellow Texas native Patrick Mahomes. I wonder if Kyler Murray knew Patrick Mahomes at all. What if they were friends at all? Were they ever friends? The comparisons are there. The comparisons are there with Kyler Murray and with Patrick Mahomes. It's pretty clear that in this Super Bowl, you have Kliff Kingsbury up against his former quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, from their days over at Texas Tech. That is the script of the season. Mahomes 2 equals 47. The Cardinals' last championship was in 1947. 1947, notice, adds up to 21. That's the year 21. Definitely, this is going to be a Super Bowl. When we talk about Super Bowl having gematria of under 31 and 41, number 1, Kyler Murray. Where's Kyler at? 9-10, 9-26, 33, 8, birthday numerology, 41. Super Bowl gematria. 9-10, 9-7, 26, 35, 43. Champion equals 43. He won the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 38. This connects to the side of Super Bowl. Kingsbury is also a Texas native. This is all starting to make sense here. Nothing gets bigger in Texas, and including that Super Bowl here. He born in the year 79, gematria of Tampa Bay there. They beat the Carolina Panthers in that Super Bowl. It's Carolina that equals 37 and 73. Same gematria of the city of Tampa Bay, Florida. This is the riddle. This is the riddle there. Mahomes went to Texas Tech. It was Kliff Kingsbury that was coach at Texas Tech. And Kyler Murray, I want you to notice, going back to Kyler Murray's page, where is Kyler at? He went to Texas Tech too. He did go to Texas. Okay, he went to Texas A&M. Fair enough. Fair enough. He went to school at Texas A&M there, but mostly has to do with Mahomes having been the quarterback under the reign of Kliff Kingsbury. This is your script for the two rising quarterbacks in Super Bowl 55.